I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World.
No, Professor Vinster here. Check out this snapping turtle one I'm working on. Now, you didn't see me put this one together, but you're going to see me finish it and paint it. So the first thing I have to do is I've been working on it and smoothing out all the joins where I've joined it together. It doesn't look too bad, but it has to go out to the garage and be puttied. But there's a good look at them. And today I'm actually going to use the burning tool I use to actually put or depth in his eyes so that I can put the glass eyes in. And then I'm going to have to actually, oh, I get itchy nose. I'm going to have to actually make some eyes for him. I don't have any snapping turtle eyes. They kind of have a glassy look to them, but they got a little cross in them. And I'll check them out and make a set and then measure what I need. Other than that, he's going to look pretty good. I think I'm going to put him in some kind of a, I don't know, I'm not really sure, maybe coming out of the water or diving in the water. I'm not sure. Put him with a fish, a bass, or something like that. But he's pretty interesting. I love the shell because a lot of the common snapping turtles, I believe this one is more than likely an alligator snapper because of the actual armor. I call it the armor, but his shell. And so because the regular common snapping turtle, some of them are actually like this, but some of them are smooth. So it depends. And there's the underneath. There's some spots on here that need some putty, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good, and I think it's going to be great to airbrush this. So.
Someone told me if you wave your arm across this stuff, it'll disappear and you'll be able to work on your next job. Let's see. Nope. Hey, it worked. It worked. This stuff's all gone. My turntable down.
Hey, Professor! Where do you want us to put this box of stuff we just cleared off your bench?
Come on, guys. It was supposed to be a magic trick. Do the glass eyes for the alligator snapping turtle. Okay, so I got this glue here. Hopefully you can see that okay. And open that up. I put this on it so it doesn't dry up. And hopefully in here it's okay. There we go. Should be good. I'm going to put these on so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, they got a big chip out of them, looks like. I work hard and I play hard even harder, if that makes any sense. You put a spot there and a spot there. Should be enough to cover it. Let me take this, put it on there like that, and push down. Should cover that. Nice size eye. And again, push that down. Make sure it's in the center. This stuff actually sets up pretty quick. There we go. And that should show you there. It's good. And then we take this again. We take this off. I hope you can see this here because this stuff dries up very quickly. Put this back on. Put the lid back on it. There we go. Let that dry. Old guys have to have a seat because they can't stand that long. Okay, so put these things down so I can see what I'm doing. And then we cut around. Hopefully I'm not blocking this. I'm going to spin it because that's the easiest way to do it. Now this blade isn't super sharp. Now hopefully I'm not getting off the spot here where you guys can see it. As you get older, your hands get frumpier. Get that out of the way, and away we go. And then the glass things in the way. You can never win, can you? The glue on the outside can still be wet, which it shows here. It's just a little goopy. Now, if I had put a sharper knife on, it would have been okay. But sometimes I want to use a knife till it's done, which is not always a great way, but that's when you get older you conserve more. Not that it's got nothing to do with affordability. It's just let me push this to the limit. Yep. Here, if you hear them having fun upstairs while I'm working, that's Mrs. Vinster and the kid, young Vinster. So that should do the job, I'm hoping. If it doesn't, see, it's not cutting through that great. See, I should have changed the blade, but I didn't. Plus it's still a little sticky. We'll cut one of these babies off no matter what. I'm tearing it now, but it's not tearing the eye, so. But I tore a piece of the backing off, which is not good. Yeah, I think we'll change the blade. We'll cut a good one. Put it this way. Why not learn from that? And we will get another blade. Okay, so we'll learn from that mistake. It's still usable. It's thick cardboard. It's thicker than what I normally use. And why is everything so hard to get into? Okay, what do we got here for a new blade that'll do the job? It's not what and we'll put that one on. Even though it's not the style that I need. It looks like I'm going to have to order some more. Oh, here's one. No, that's not either. It's not the style that I usually use. Oh well. That'll work. I'll put this one in there. I'll put this one in. It should do the trick. So when you do it, change the blade. This should go through it like butter, but now that I've already butchered the other, this should cut the rest out with no problem. There we go. I've got another blade that actually does circles. It's not difficult to use, but see, there's that one's better. Much better. Here we go. See, we got the full backing. The other one will work fine. We'll get that out of the way. This one's fine. It's got a lot. Still got a lot. And there's that one. So there you go. There's the eyes. Yeah, the new blade. Yeah, every time you do something, it's a learning game and stuff. No matter how many times you do it, as you get older, oh, I can do it that way. Whatever. Learn from my mistakes. we have to change the tools out on this machine here that I use. I use this machine here. You can see that. Should be able to see that. I use it for everything. A blowing tool that blows off all the stuff. This grinding tool, and this just unhooks like that. That's if you can see that. I'm trying to make it so you can see it. This undoes the blade like that. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but put this one in here. I put them in here just to, it's a great tool, so I don't want to damage it. I have a bag over here you can't see. I'll put it in the bag. Pull this out. This is actually the burning tool. You probably see that. I have it set like that. That's the burning tool right there. And it plugs in. Again, just, I don't know if you can, like I said, we'll try this, see how it goes in. Just goes in like that. And we're wrapped up a little bit around the lighting. Okay, so now we got it here, and we will turn it on, make sure it's on full, maximize, and then these buttons here. I'm never sure which button actually activates it, but we will see here. Off, where is on? Let me see here while I'm doing this. Oh, I think you have to push it. I think you have to push it and keep your hand on it. One of these does it. And it still says off. Why does it still say off? Right, there we go. Yeah, so you have to push it. I got it set probably a little bit high. Let's see if I can. Well, I'll just leave it like that. It's more for soldering. Let me see here. I'm going to put that down, put my glasses on, because I don't want to burn the crap out of it. 349. Okay, so we want to minus this a bit. So let's bring it down. So it's actually going to 410. See how these numbers are going up. 500. I don't know if I can bring that down or not. Oh, it's going up. Alright, so we're going to use it at that. And we're just going to be very careful. It's at 5. Let's see if we can bring that down. Yeah, we can. Okay. Okay, we're bringing it down. Like I said, I don't want to burn. Let's leave it at 400. And I'm not going to put my finger on there like I always say to test it. And we want to push this. We're going to do just the one side on film. I'll do the other one off film. You get the idea of it. We want to flatten this. There's other ways to do it. You can push or cut out from the inside. I like to have a base to work with. Sometimes I'll do that for a bit, let it set up and actually cool down, then push it in some more. Keep doing that, and that'll give you a bit of a place to put the glue. Now you can get it soft like that, and then take the back of the X-Acto blade. Oops, I don't want to move that too much. And push it in. It's still soft. Push it in, push it in. And once it sets up, do the same thing again. Get it all hot. Put it down safely so you don't burn. Whoa. Almost burn my turntable. That would be crazy. Let that cool down. And you'll get the idea when I put the eye there. Oops, bounce the camera. And when I put the eye in, look at that. See? The eye will be sticking out a bit. Which that's what I want. So that's perfect. Now, we're going to do some experimenting on this set of eyes. I've never done this before. Okay, we're going to put the eye in here. Just move back and forth on the turntable. And we're going to use this stuff here, which is rosin. And then we have what they call a purple light, which is the rosin light. So we'll put enough of that stuff on there. You can't see that right now, but I'm going to show it to you. And I'm going to show you the light. There's the stuff there. Now very carefully, I'm going to put it there. Now do I have enough on the outside? I don't know. Maybe oh no, we have enough. Now we're going to take the purple light to it. Take the purple light. If you notice my fingers are all beat up, it's because I'm always sanding and grinding and stuff like that, so my fingers get in the way. And I don't wear gloves because I like to feel what I'm working on. I can't wear gloves. Now this is, I don't know if this is setting up, seems to be. There we go, we're setting up. Purple light. Seems to be staying in position. Yep. Setting up. There you go. So that's it there. So that's how it works. And then I'll put some more glue around it. See, yeah, it's actually, well, it's really good. It's moving a little bit, but, and that's done. So then I'll fill in around the eye. I want the eye to be kind of sticking out a bit because when they open up their mouth, it looks pretty cool. Let's see if I can maneuver you around here and be able to see what the two eyes look like. I'll loosen this up. There you go. So that's, hopefully you can see that. And then back over here. So that's cool. And like I said, this is the purple light. And the rosin you get in it. The UV is what sets it up. The sunlight would do it too. Yep, see, it's solid. Yeah, it's not even moving now. Okay, we're good. Good job. I just put some of this rosin around the eye. So now you can see it there. It's all set up. So it's really great to work with. And I'm going to sneeze because it smells a little musty. I don't know why it has that. It has a bit of a musty smell to it. But what I want to do is show you better here. I didn't show it better. This is UV. It says on it. You gotta put the lid on tight. UV art glue, hard formula, crystal clear, and no odor. Yeah, okay. It says no odor. Yeah, well, I smell something that tickles my nose. Easy to use and quick dry. Environmentally friendly. And yeah, like I said, this is a big unit. 100 milliliter. So it's really good. So, and here again. Here's the light. It's called Edison Design. And UV 395. It's got 3 different settings. You can adjust this for whatever UV you want. And yeah, so, and it's picked up on Amazon. And there's the switch there. Turn it on, and there you go. And it's great. It saves. I put the whiskers on animals with it too. So, but anyway, I probably got that camera on there too. So there you go. And great tool. I call it a tool. I call everything a tool. I've got a couple spots to fill in before I paint, which is next, and then prime, and then we'll be airbrushing it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, I just brought the brightness down so you can see better. Now, I've done the paint 50-50, 50% acrylic and 50% Windex or window cleaner, whatever you want to call it. Windex is a brand name, I realize. But you could use Dollar Star, it's all the same. The blue window cleaner is what I use. It does a great job, you don't have to buy any other kind of thinners. You could buy thinners for acrylic, but if you can pay $1 for it, why would you? Seriously. Get yourself a turntable and make yourself a turntable like I did here. And again, cheaper to make your own. If you have the skills, I mean, if you have the skills to do this, I'm sure you have the skills. Maybe one day I'll do a video on how to make the tools for this kind of I call it a trade for myself because I like to think that it's a trade. Airbrushing's an art. There's guys out there that do some pretty amazing stuff on motorcycles, cars, gas tanks, and motorcycles, and just amazing. I'd like to do that kind of stuff. I'm more of a, I don't know, I like the wildlife. I'm better at the wildlife part of it. I have electric in this turntable, plus I have the top where I have it so that it manually turns while I'm doing a job like this. We're starting to spit a bit here, so. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sometimes over the end of the in here I showed before, if it gets clogged around there, it could hit it and spit, so you don't want that. You try to keep it clear. Every so often you can clean it in a unit like this, which I have a video that shows how that works. Now, I didn't fill a lot of underneath. You can still see some of the seams. Well, the way I'm going to be displaying this and using it, you're really not going to see underneath, so I didn't get really crazy on it. No one's going to be turning it over. And I'm a little lower. See where I missed. Now, when you're doing it this way, you don't really worry about missing. Now, if you're brush painting, that's a totally different story. Brush painting brings out a whole bunch of other stuff. Brush painting, you gotta learn how to, which I know that you gotta do, fading. You gotta learn how to fade. You gotta learn how to dry brush. I've done some pretty good stuff in brush painting. But if you want to speed up the process and you want to make it look, to me, look more real, or what realistic, more real. Now you may see that looks a little lumpy, and sometimes when you don't have paint on it and you go over it, let's see how we're shooting that paint. Should check to see how much we got. Yeah, we're getting there. I don't know if you're seeing that part because I was just doing the tail. It's probably off camera. You should be on it now. Okay, gonna have to add some more paint. Okay, so that there, other than back, okay. Remember, you can always go over it again. But to me it looks super duper. I usually do a combo between hot air and cold air. Okay, we should be dry enough. And we'll turn it over. On this side, still a few spots that can be dried, but we're going to actually blow some more of the yellowy, creamy color into it. That wasn't me. That was your airbrush. I haven't got any bloopers, that's the thing. Everything's actually going pretty good now. Well, now that I say that, who knows what might happen. Kind of cool to have bloopers, but then that means things aren't going good. And I don't use a teleprompter or anything like that. Well, you can probably tell. Everything I say, I wing it. I mean, hey. I don't want to be going, and the dog went up the tree. No, I want to talk normal. This is a snapping turtle. This is an alligator snapping turtle as far as I know. Maybe, the funny thing about the shell, it's probably a little extreme. I mean, hey, it's possible. I've seen some pretty spectacular backs on turtles, but this is pretty over the top. But hey, I liked it, so I wanted it. And who knows, in nature, we don't know. There could be one out there like this. To me, this is more like Godzilla. And that wasn't me again. That was my airbrush. I was pushing on it to clear it out so I get a better spray. Honest. Would be funny though. Can't make it do it again. When I want to make it do it, it won't do it. So if you're watching and you like what you see, come subscribe to me. Oh, sound like a rhyme. If you're watching and you like what you see, why don't you come subscribe to me? We can spend some time, make up a rhyme. Okay. Oh, there we go again. That worked that time. And again, that wasn't me. The reason I'm doing it on this side is because when I do, I think the gray and the black and the green, if I get into it, I'm not really sure yet. Because I've done my homework on this. I had two baby snapping turtles when I was a kid. And I ended up letting them go when they get bigger because, wow, they started to get to the point where they were just about ready to eat me. And it wouldn't be fair. And hey, maybe Maybe they're still living. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's actually in Canada, I believe, just like rattlesnakes, they're protected. A lot of people don't like them in their lakes because they eat all their fish. But hey, everything's got to eat, right? Now you're probably going to say, well, why is he painting that color when he's going to cover the shell darker? Well, you may not see it, but the undercoating part really adds to what goes on top, the top coats. You can kind of fade it in and do what you want to do with it. So it's kind of nice to have a little extra going on. I want to kind of use the paint up too that's in the gun. That way I can start off fresh. I save all my paints and colors that I work on. I save them in my old pill bottles. And the acrylics seem to last quite a bit. Sometimes you have to add a little bit of thinner to it. Well, not thinner, but my Windex and stuff. I think I'm getting close to just starting to spray a little. When it starts to really come out and spray really well, that means it's in the gun and it's thinning out. You're pretty well almost done, I believe. Oh, we still got quite a bit left. And your PSI can go up depending on the thickness of your paint. Keep it, the thinner you keep it, the more you got to back off. Keep it back away from the project. I'm not an expert airbrusher. I do what I can. I get away with it. But if there's any expert airbrushers watching, I apologize. This is my technique, and it works for me. And a lot of you say, well, I do it that way and I do it that way. Yeah, everybody does it theirs differently. It's the end result that counts. Like in school, they used to say, well, it doesn't matter the answer you got as long as you knew how to do it. Well, in my case, I wanted it finished. In other words, painting is the answer. So when I'm finished, I want it to be the answer. Does it look good? Yeah. How did I get there? Well, I may have put a few different coats on. I may have covered something up. I may have oversprayed on something different. I may have went back on this. But with airbrushing, that's what you can do. And I'm also going to finish him off with moss on his back, so you can actually get away with problems where you can cover up little bits of lines, bad spots. You'll get away with it like on scenery. You can get away with it on something like this because you know that moss attaches to these guys because they lie in the moss and they can't exactly go around and scratch their own back, so it happens. They don't have those little guys that fly around and follow sharks. Not fly around, I call it fly around. Swim around the sharks and make sure they're all clean. And some creatures get the barnacles removed from them. Or the human being will pull one out of the water and clean them up. Make him a little more streamlined. Send him back out on his way. And believe me, the animals and sea creatures and reptiles may not seem to show that they like it because they're scared of you, but you do it for them. It's huge, and it's a good thing. And they were, I think they know. They know. After the encounter they had with you, all of a sudden, hey, I can swim better. Hey, that fish of mine you took removed from me, that's awesome. I knew he did it. And some even come back and pay their respects. Gifts. Like otters, you help an otter out with something and he'll bring you back a rock. I'll bring you back a treat. And self-satisfaction. Now that's pretty cool. Okay, now I've got a gray-black color in there. I'm going to start to fade it in. Make it look more like a snapping turtle. This was what I was talking about. And with the yellow, well, yellow beigey color, it'll work out really good. Now if you paint on the way the angle goes on certain spots, you'll get your shadows that you want. So in wood, like the same with wood, you go with the grain. The harder you push the airbrush trigger down, the darker it will be. You get more paint. More air, more paint. It wasn't me. Hopefully I'm not spinning it too quickly here on you. Paint may not be as thin as I want it. Might thin it up a bit. For now, I'm just going to leave it. Because when it gets down toward the bottom, it usually thins out more. So we might be alright. Airbrushing is not really that hard if you're not scared of it. You can't be scared of it. Okay, I'm going to add some thinner to it. Okay, I've added thinner to it. Should be a lot better. There we go. Now I can fill in a little bit. A little thicker was okay to do some shading and stuff. Now, now we want to darken it, top of it. And we got a little more control. Still going over it on the angle so that we get a nice shade. It's working perfect. Now this airbrush is only $25, so if you think I'm using something expensive, it's not. Very affordable, anybody can airbrush. Get one off Amazon, get one wherever you want to get one. Get one and have some fun. Because they are a lot of fun. And they're a time saver. Okay, there we go. I could turn up the air pressure, but I think we're good. Don't worry about the eye. Be cleaned off later very easily. I don't tape the eyes up because I want the paint to get around them. There we go. Nice, I like it already. And remember, the belly's all still color, because any animal that's in the water that usually has a light color underneath, so that looking up you can't see it. Nothing wants to be ambushed from underneath. We still got some left. There's even a couple spots where the putty, you can still see the putty, but it actually looks really good. If you didn't know what it was, when it's finished, it wouldn't even make a difference. You would say, oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. And inside the mouth is supposed to be colored because the same color, because they're trying to attract a fish into their mouths. Some of them have, they all have tongues that they wiggle like a fishing lure. They don't usually have to work that hard. Fish just swims right in. Just like a Venus flytrap. Okay. Well, what do you think? You like the colors? The alligator snapper. Now I'm still deciding if tomorrow or today maybe I'm going to put some red in the mouth. Not sure yet because there's all kinds of different pictures. They show it kind of more camouflage than some have redder mouths. But I think it's really cool the way it is right now. I'm really liking it. So we will see in the final pictures what decisions I make.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.